Now I would like to show you AVstudio App Container. AVstudio App Container, for your information, this is a mobile application for iOS, Android, and AVstudio Runtime. So you can download your application on any your mobile devices, iOS or Android. Once you loaded this, you have a gear button with all available settings. So you have a couple demo projects available for you. So you can switch between the projects. You can set up some parameters. I'm gonna show you a little bit later. So you can enable, disable a remote API if you would like to control this device remotely. Also, you can switch between the teams, and also very important for all integrators, it's the debug console, because doesn't matter where exactly you create your favorite project for the automation, or doesn't matter if it's automation, any HTML project, you can upload and use app container as well. So inside you see you have a console, how it works. So you did some actions and you can open console and see what actually going on inside. It's very useful if you're doing integration and you have no idea what's going on inside, but you need to give a feedback for the developer. So what also we able to do, we can control this remotely. So I gonna request permission to control remotely. I also able to enter pin code manually, but it's gonna be more convenient. So here you see the web interface, which actually allow you to upload your files or replace current files. Since this is active, you can switch to another project. I click and activate. So and now okay, it's gonna sleep. So now it just switched to another project. So next I'm gonna show you you able to set up the parameters, everything from the mobile device, but you can do remotely. You can upload the project, and also an interesting feature might be useful, it's you can do the capture from the current screen. Very useful if you're working remotely. So now let's move to the AVstudio Runtime. So Runtime running on the touch panels, and on the touch panel you actually have the same settings. Yeah, so as you can see, the same menu, so everything's the same. And by the way, management parameters, so you can create a global for all projects, yeah, or for example for the dedicated project. In my case, I set up for the Bright conference space, IP ID, IP address, and once this project starts, it's gonna connect to this setting, because I expected this for my mobile projects. So also what I would like to show you, you can go inside of the settings of runtime. Yeah, once you enter there, you will get a whole access to the Android. Yeah, so where you can change settings, set up the network, but what is more important, you have ability to go to the Google Play Store and install any Android application which you would like. So next, you also have option, instead of use app container by default, you can switch to any your pre-installed application from the store. So how it might be useful for you, it might be actually, for example, you would like to install a Zoom rooms or Microsoft Teams, whatever. So this is the way how you can do this, and we provide the API where you can recall this application from your mobile project. Yeah, also we have additional settings like a pin code log, sometimes it's required, and so on. So this is pretty much that's it, I would say. Additionally, what you expect from the app container and the reason why we did this. So we solved a couple of very important problems for integration. So we support self-assigned certificates. So now if you connect to any device which has secure but self-assigned certificates, we accept it. So also, second problem, it's a connection to the non-secure environment. So most common cases, it's camera control, or some devices which doesn't support HTTPS or VSS. Yeah, the same we support courses. Very common that most devices which has a REST API, they don't support the courses, and you are unable to connect from your web project. And maybe last not least, it's RSTP streams, so you can add as many streams as your device can handle. Copy a RSTP stream, add to the video widget, and see video preview. Very common in conference rooms or any other project when you have different cameras. Thank you so much, and I would like you to ask questions if you would like to hear more about some features. Just reach out to us. Thank you.